Country clubs, like Darlington Country Club, is where people come together. I mean, it's your economic operations center for bringing in businesses. It's where you bring folks of different ways of life together. It's a community place. And Darlington Country Club epitomizes, particularly in a town where what options do you have? And so Darlington Country Club has played that role where it brings people together. I mean, not just for supper and playing golf and playing tennis. That's what builds a community. It's what strengthens a community. It's what keeps a community glued together. And in today's society, well, we need more Darlington Country Clubs. Well, I remember Darlington Country Club was in financial trouble. But a lot of clubs around America were in trouble. Times were shifting and times were changing, but the need for Darlington Country Club or something like a Darlington Country Club in Darlington, South Carolina was critical. I had so much going on. I didn't have time to deal with something like this, but I said, there's no way we can let this club shut down. It's too critical and too important to the present moment and to the future. If our children want to see Darlington County and Darlington, South Carolina have the jobs and the quality of life, you can't shut this club down. So I said, I gotta make the time to do it. Got with a group of friends, and it was amazing how many of these women and men, stood up and did what was necessary, what I call to be the transition time period. But when you think about the history of the United States, you can't even talk about America without thinking about the 13 original colonies. And you can't talk about the 13 original colonies without talking about South Carolina. And if you know the history of South Carolina, well, you have to understand Darlington was a critical part of making this state and our nation what it is today. And so Darlington Country Club has been in the middle of that ever since. And so this 100 years of celebration, wow. Now, we just got to make sure we have another 100 years. I get asked this question, whether it's interviews about receiving the Nobel Peace Prize or, being a former governor or things that I'm involved with around the world today. They're asking, like, what drives you? Where do your values come from? And I say, it comes not from Washington, not from Paris or London. It comes from hometowns, Darlington County, Darlington, South Carolina. That's where you learn the reality of everything you need to know in life. You know how to work with other people when you have differences of opinion, work through them respectfully. And you learn the values of life that really are fundamental to any society. And that's why I love Darlington Country Club.